welcome to Expert Says, the official podcast series of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. In this special episode, we are joined by Mr. Thomas Devasia, former member non-life at Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India.
With extensive multi-country experience in the leadership roles in the general insurance and reinsurance sector, Mr. Devasia has brought valuable insights into the evolving landscape of non-life insurance, particularly in the context of agricultural risk management.
This episode dives into the role of regulation, innovation and technology in strengthening crop insurance for India's farmers and explore how PMFBY can further transform lives on the ground. Stay with us for an enriching conversation with one of the key voices shaping the future of agriculture insurance in India. Mr. Thomas, welcome to our podcast, Expert Says. Firstly, I would like to know what's your take on PMFBY and where do you see the future of our crop insurance scheme?
Yesha, thank you. So I believe the greatest contribution of PMFBY has been to act as a guiding light and a beacon to the entire insurance industry in how it harnessed and embedded technology into every aspect of the business processes. What is not known is the use of remote sensing, weather-based stations, and best of all, data analysis, which has also been the basis for the parametric weather-based insurance product and coverage, which has been adopted by some of the states. I believe now PMFBY, it is at a stage where it can go more holistic and actually operationalize what it has been thinking forward. That is to see the farmer as an agripreneur and to actually look at all the other business assets a farmer has as a business person. And so, what I specifically would like to say is, create a parametric farm package insurance that will address all farm-related assets and properties, including lives and health of the farmers and their families, okay? Because everybody partakes in that productive enterprise. And, insure tractors, farm equipment, power tillers, protect their livestock, okay? Feedstock, produce, and ensure that they are well placed with regard to any insured loss event. And PMFBY is best placed to do it and also to thereby ensure our economic resilience. And so I believe that's the first step that they can very well do.
Sure. Mr. Thomas, despite so many efforts, the adoption and acceptance of crop insurance or insurance in general by small and marginal farmer is still very low in India. What do you think are the biggest barriers in this regard and how can we address them?
That's a serious issue. However, when you look at our federal structure, multiple decision centers will always operate. And multiple decision centers need not be always aligned because priorities are different, ground realities are different, choices are different, optimization approaches are different. Okay, so the fluctuations in take up by farmers, fluctuations in area insured, fluctuations in the cropping shares insured or the type of crop insured will vary. And I think that should not be a driving concern. What should be there is that awareness, and that's a continuous mission, where the insurance industry has to equally support the government through the PMFBY and also look at creating every opportunity to spread that awareness. Opportunity has been already created when the PMFBY gave various cup and cap models, when states waived the premium to bring in farmers into the fold, because the best awareness is the personalized experience of a farmer who takes insurance even if it was given for free. So I believe awareness has to continue. Then the increased investments in network of weather stations, the technologies of satellite imaging will all help to improve the entire insurance experience and also smoothen and create a more reliable, trustworthy, confident and transparent system. So take up will happen. We need not worry about that.
That's such an optimistic take on that.
Thank you.
with so many technological development in India, especially in crop insurance, what do you see is the future of crop insurance and in this claim settlement in India? And are we going towards more personalized, predictive and proactive coverage?
Yes, indeed. We need to move from a current area-based approach to a farm-based approach. Let's appreciate that in an area-based model, the farm owner in a defined area that is being assessed gets compensated even if there's no loss. The larger farm owners actually will have a much lesser damage ratio because of their ability and the resilience to respond to anticipated damage. Okay, now this will be possible only if there is 100% digitization of first land records, land ownership records, okay, and then the entire digital stack has to be created. Then we will have coverage that is built on the basis of personal farm ownership and personal experience. Indeed, I would say that only then can we also build in the biggest missing item, which is to compensate a farmer for the loss of income or profit. Today, he's only being compensated in whole or in part on his input costs. So personalized basis has to be our ultimate target.
Okay. Lastly, sir, what are the additional steps required to establish a comprehensive risk framework for the future?
Okay. So how do I put it? The measure of any economic activity in its ultimate is productivity. And productivity is directly proportional to increased investment and increased participation and to overall competitiveness. Productivity gets assessed variously depending on the type of business, okay, and the environment. But one aspect stands out in every business which is measured and which is a cause for concern, and that's wastage. And in India, okay, we are aware that we witness it. There's substantial wastage in terms of agricultural produce, especially with crops and fruits. Okay, by some measure, it's 50,000 crores annually. Some put it even 100% higher, to 100,000 crores. And the core reason for this is the near absence of farm-level infrastructure. By that, I mean that India is the largest producer of vegetables and fruits. Okay, has to somehow look at creating that infrastructure to ensure that wastage, which happens from inadequate handling, inadequate packaging, the absence of a cold chain, okay, is reduced. And it's not just produce or farm product that is getting wasted. Core natural resources are getting wasted in it. Land is being used and wasted. Power, water, okay, which is not the situation in developed economies. So, post-harvest infrastructure, mechanization for harvesting and cleaning, farm-based storage, cold storage, a cold chain. These are the infrastructures that are missing, and we need to address that because that's a very quick win we can have. So I believe that even the economic survey called on for increased private interest and investments in the entire logistic to support farm production. Okay, and this in turn, it has also said that will help reduce reliance on chemical fertilizers, which is again a core issue if you have to transit towards organic farming. And I believe that this is one more area where PMFBY and indeed the Ministry of Agriculture can take a lead and guide the establishment of farm infrastructure cooperatives at a local level. So what will the cooperative do? It will primarily own and operate every sort of tech and farm equipment that will aid mechanization of farming activities, of storage, packaging, local transit to the nearest aggregation center, major centers. Imagine the efficiency that we will achieve in tilling, sowing, application of fertilizer, pesticides, and in timely harvesting and in packaging for the end consumer. And that will be a huge win. And PMFBY can develop such a model of what I call distributed farm infrastructure agencies, which can function actually as farmer cooperatives and which will own and operate and not lease, but rather go out and help a farmer do his farming activities and enable a farmer to actually free up human resources, improve his quality of life, and improve the quality of land usage. Okay, and also perhaps create more scope for intercropping, for crop rotation, and create that ideal scenario of cyclical farming. So I believe the Ministry of Agriculture can show the roadmap, and private investment can follow, and farmers will overcome their disabilities due to lack of economy of scale, and productivity will increase, and we will be actually, as even for a marginal farmer, he will be a mechanized operation.
Indeed, sir. Thank you for sharing your valuable inputs on crop insurance and relatable topics. Thank you for joining us today on our podcast Expert Says. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Shah. Thank you. Good day.